I would say my first impression of Oxford is, wow, it's so historic. It's a beautiful city. Walking around it, it's very surreal. You get to be part of these old colleges that are so serene on the inside and have so much history to it. I think the MFE is a very rigorous course that really combines the best of both finance and economics. We look at the theoretical underpinnings behind the economic models or the financial models that we use and that practitioners use on a daily basis.
When you get here basically about 4 weeks before Oxford starts for most students, where we have a 3 to 4 week introductory program only for the MFE.
My first impressions of Oxford could be summarized with the phrase, I didn't know all this Harry Potter stuff was real. I came here and was immediately blown away by the architecture, the traditions, the college dinners, the rowing. It's all so unique and has been here for centuries, and it's incredible to just be part of this institution.
So this course is for people who are interested in learning more about economics and finance at quite a deep level. Finance, in particular corporate finance and asset pricing, that's my bit, the price of stocks and bonds. And probably people who are interested in having a career in a top-tier finance firm after they graduate.
It really prepares us because it allows us to be discerning users of these models. We're not just applying them, memorizing them, and just applying them blindly, but we understand what we're doing, and we understand how to modify those models and modify the assumptions behind them. So it's a very rigorous and theoretical course that is absolutely useful in the practical world too.
So I think Saïd Business School is special because it really tries to position itself as sort of the ethical business school. That's the impression that I've had while I've been here. So it guides you in learning the impact of a corporation and the way to use it to improve the world and society. The MFE as a program is very academically rigorous, and you'll end up knowing all of the theories of financial economics. So having that combination of academics and sort of ethical guidance, I think, is very unique in sending people off into their careers.
If you look at MFE and compare it to a traditional Masters of Finance, you may find that the economics part is emphasized a little more. We actually taught macroeconomics, microeconomics, we taught a fair deal of econometrics that you may not usually just learn from a typical Masters of Finance. So I think rather than being a type of practical training to take your first job in finance, it's more about how you think. It's about learning to think structured about markets, the economy. That's really the core focus of the degree to me.
I wanted something on my CV that would add a little bit more credibility. And I really think MFE was the right program for that. I also wanted to take advantage of the network in the university. And I think it's very useful for that. You meet really incredible people. There's loads of events that you can go to. You're in the same building as the MBAs. And generally the pull of Oxford in interviews, I mean, that really gives you an advantage when you're looking for a job.
As an MFE student, you get automatic lifetime membership of the Oxford Union. And the Oxford Union is one of the oldest speaking and debating societies in the world. We get a lot of politicians, celebrities, and just famous people that come, and it's a really unique experience. I had the opportunity to also be sponsorship officer, and I was able to speak in one of those historic debates, and that is a very unique, once-in-a-lifetime experience that I will never forget.
So if you're looking for a course that is going to challenge you, that will expand your worldview, get you to interact with amazing people, and help you make that next step in your career, then apply to the MFE.
The program really strikes a fantastic balance between economics and finance. The LSE is obviously a great institution, highly ranked, highly renowned, so that's a great way to boost your credibility if you're trying to take the move to an international career. So yeah, I mean, for all those reasons and more, I'd recommend the program.
I was given my conditional offer. I had to attend the summer school at LSE, which was an intensive course in microeconomics, and that really helped me to be level with everyone. But even after that, if I felt that I had some gaps in, for example, econometrics and stuff, all that was caught up in the EC 400 initial program. So when you arrive on the actual course, I think you're really level with everyone else. So if you've done physics, if you've done management, if you've done finance or economics, it doesn't matter because if you follow the course and if you've done your preparation, then you're going to be really on tracks with everyone else.
Yeah, I think that whatever your background, so for me it's engineering, I can find something to learn. So we have stochastic calculus, we have asset pricing, we have time series analysis, so lots of topics that can interest an engineer, but also non-engineer, like if you come from economics. There was really a good mix between the intuition, the math, and also the economic background and what you can do with those tools in the real life.
We really learned a lot from these two core courses, especially the financial economics and financial econometrics. They're really tough and challenging, but they definitely will help us a lot to develop a strong foundation of finance and really prepare us well for the future financial career.
I actually really remember it on one of the first days when I came to London and we were doing the orientation week. One of the program leaders said that it would almost be as if we had done both an economics and a finance degree, which I thought was a pretty large promise to make, given that the program is only 1 year. But I've been really surprised at how well the program is actually delivered on that promise.
What was particularly fascinating for me was that we were being transferred a great amount of knowledge in a very small amount of time. I mean, it pushed us to the limits, I think, so that was quite rewarding.
I'm Zishan Kader. I'm from India and I'm currently doing the MSc Finance and Economics program here at Durham University. It was one of the few universities to give that big an array in the finance department to allow you to take between finance and investment, finance and management, finance and business, as well as finance economics. The most important facilities are the computers, and they have to be completely state-of-the-art because we need the latest software for all our programming. They have all the latest ones, whether it be eViews, whether it be SPSS, whether it be Stata. All these software help us analyze tons of data, and we need them to work perfectly well at any point of time. Otherwise, our papers don't have the quantitative backing that they need to. Having Bloomberg terminals in the university for free of cost for us when the world charges us like $20,000 a year is amazing because it allows us for almost no cost to track markets, have our own stock portfolios and maybe earn some money, and moreover do our research. There's also the international study tours to Zurich, which is a week-long program for the finance students to go and meet several big businesses in Zurich. And apart from this, there are several guest lectures that come in. The business school is constructed in a way to allow for such meetings to happen, such lectures to happen. The library is amazing with the books that we need, and we can always go to the main library, which is the Bill Bryson, for anything else we want to do outside our course. The sports facilities are unbelievable because we live in a collegiate system, so weekly we take part in sports against all the other colleges on campus. Everybody gets a chance to play, everybody gets a chance to make new friends, meet new people. I'll definitely have some fond memories in Durham, whether it be in the college, just playing table tennis and JCR with my friends, or on the football field competing for trophies and titles. I would highly recommend Durham University because of the simple fact that the complete finance department is so well rounded in so many subjects. You will definitely find your niche when you come to Durham.
I finished my undergraduate degree in economics from UCLA in America, and went on working for Bank of America and other financial institutions before I landed here. People might have a misunderstanding about economics being sort of too theoretical, or the fact that it's not going to help with your career as much. From my perspective, any people who work in the HR or people who are looking to hire that understand the programs really well, understand how they're trying to look in students, they will actually value your strengths and the fact that you're distinguished from everyone else. Most of my modules here are designed in a way that you do need to spend a lot of individual effort, as opposed to just listening in to lecture. We do have, assignments like papers, research papers even, and how do you conduct research, how do you go into research kind of thing. So those are the things that I think the professors do care about. You could raise anything, any questions, any concerns to your professors directly. And if they cannot, just say, attend to you during normal office hours, most likely they will arrange a private time for you. You're not going to be overlooked by anybody. Career-wise, our career center is probably the best I've actually ever seen anywhere, in the world. where you can go to have get help from editing your CV to job interview prep to even hopefully getting job advice, in a way, or getting connected to some of the employers, companies that are from China, from Korea, Japan, anywhere in Asia, that they would come to campus and hold events, which I've actually attended personally. That would actually be a very much edge for you as well, to take advantage of. You are able to be given your best to make improvement and progresses on a daily basis, and eventually, like I said, to interact with your peers that are amazingly talented, that are very, diverse, and also to be able to, interact with the professors as much as you wish. I did make a very brilliant choice of coming here.
The MSc Finance and Economics is 50% finance, 50% economics. When I was sifting through master's courses, I've noticed that Warwick Business School was one of the few in the country which offered dual courses in economics and finance, and that was ultimately what decided my degree choice for me. For me, the most enjoyable part was that I actually got a proper introduction to basic finance terminology, and I feel much more comfortable about financial concepts. Beforehand, I had minimal exposure to accounting and virtually none to finance. With this degree course, this has changed, so it's a nice feeling that I have sort of exposure to both worlds and could choose to do a PhD or be employed in either. It's more and more important for employers to have people who've had international exposure or experience of studying abroad or having lived abroad. For me, it was a decision which seemed difficult at first, but in retrospect, I feel like it's given me experiences, perspective, and material knowledge which will last me a lifetime, so I don't regret it a bit.